Hi, I'm Jay Lee from frogcube.com, and recently I decided to build this four square rack for cube terrariums. As my company's name is frogcube.com, I've always wanted to have stuff for cubes. And unfortunately, cubes, unless you're building them yourself, are just not that viable to get, especially then to find an aquarium like that that's reasonably priced and then to build a kit for it. So unfortunately, I've never had kits available for cube aquariums, but about a week or two ago, I saw that DoorDash, of all people, were selling these bioactive Exo-Terra 18 by 18 by 18 terrariums for under $90. Doing more research, I found they came from PetSmart. Now, PetSmart was selling them for over $170. Had to figure out what this discrepancy was. Went to a store, and sure enough, they had it on clearance for under $90. So, well, they had four, so I bought four and decided, yes, I am going to build a system for it to display at home. Now, normally, like many of us who love frogs, we use wire racks. And wire racks are great. They're 18 usually by 72 tall, by 48 wide. And if these were designed right, you'd be able to fit them on there. But they're not exactly designed right. Unfortunately, measurements are never exact, and these aren't exactly 18 by 18 by 18 inches. They are 17 and a quarter right at the top, and they are 17 and 3/4 at the bottom. Now, 17 and a quarter is really what you want. If you're going to put it on a wire rack, well, actually 17 would be better, but 17 and a quarter might still fit. But 17 and 3/4, not going to fit. And besides, I mean, there's a question of form versus function. It's nice that we have these wire racks that are cheap and available, but they don't look pretty in a living room. And I wanted something that I could put in the house somewhere else where my wife's not going to kill me. So I decided to design my own system here that would fit it. Now, looking at what the cheapest options were available, I found that Ikea lac tables were an option. You can get them for under $15 in white, or under $17 if you want black or the wood look. And I believe for the shiny kind, I think it's under 20 bucks. But I was going to go cheap, so I bought the cheapest ones right here. Now, lac tables, the big ones are 21 by 21, 21. Like I said, again, these are not exactly accurate numbers. The important thing for us is what size is between the legs. And between the legs here, it is 17 and a half. So great until you hit this bottom. Because I had to extend them anyway, I created 3D printed, extended, tapered bottom leg mounts, as I would call it, because the leg just pops into the mount and the mount is screwed into the table by an 1.5-inch wood screw. So I wanted to make sure, first of all, that this could all handle the weight. And originally I was going to design this for 3 terrariums tall. Unfortunately for me, if I'm standing next to it, that's too tall unless I design new legs for the bottom. But then I couldn't fit my 3-gallon water reservoir for the misting system underneath. So I didn't do that. I just left it, like I said, 4x4. So these 3D printed legs are printed in PETG plastic using 1 millimeter nozzles. So the outsides are 4 millimeters and the insides are 4 millimeters. Sorry, that's for just people who are looking to 3D print these. If you like the print files, I put them on Thingiverse. I will add the links to it in the description. But that's pretty much it for them. Now, one other thing I want to mention is the lighting. The lighting here, I am currently using spotlights because I just love the look when you have very light and dark areas. But that being said, you can also just use like LED T5 lights, 3 foot long. They fit in there perfectly from the available space for the light to go into the system, meaning where the glass is at the top. It works perfectly. I would definitely recommend them. When comparing them, uh, they both look good inside. I just, like I said, like the contrast that a spotlight creates. But if you just want a standard overall light that'll help your plants grow inside, T5 is just fine. Some other things I'll mention here. I did have a Mist King misting system for all of this. And because there is such a small amount of space available for substrate, I ended up creating my own false bottoms. And I can't put those on Thingiverse because, well, I guess I could, but it's basically just a flat 6 millimeter piece of plastic until you remove the tops and bottoms and only have the middles created for it. So it's not that great. And if anybody's interested, here's examples of what they look like right here. It's basically just a mesh screen set up in triangles, and I created triangle legs to prop them up a 1/2 inch tall, so it is above the drainage at the bottom. So I really love this drainage system for these Exo-Terras. It makes it really easy to drain out the water and maybe have the misting system running more often than not, especially in order to really get everything grown in right now before I put any frogs in. But that's really it. I hope this helps anybody who's looking to build their own system like this at home. Again, I provided links, and if anybody is interested, please let me know, and I'm happy to sell some of the parts for those people who want them. But again, my name is Jay Lee, and this is frogcube.com. All right, thanks for watching.